What's up, guys? It's Matt. Welcome to another Insider Session. That's your... Okay, let's talk about Undone. Yeah, I was just thinking about it a second ago, but I think Undone was really inspired, me personally, with the way I approach lyrics by Sum 41, and I even hear a slight bit of My Chemical Romance or Forever the Sickest Kids. It's very pop, drivey, but it's still so doom and gloom.
This song makes me think of Foo Fighters a little bit, or Beartooth, but just hard rock music, I guess.
I personally hear a little bit of Nickelback, 4/4 rock and roll, typical rock and roll. It's hard for me to pinpoint certain bands because we're influenced by so many bands, but Old Breaking Benjamin, like an Alice in Chains kind of feel, but just your typical rock and roll band, man.
I hear a lot of Foo Fighters in this song. I hear a lot of Foo Fighters. I hear radio rock influence, but yeah, a lot of Foo Fighters.
Oh my goodness, this one, I'm gonna honestly say AC/DC is one that comes to mind. The way Matt uses his vocals, there's a lot of that old school rock and roll, and that's really cool. I think there's always a desire for Foo Fighters to be involved in there, and I think the song's got a little bit of that in there.
It's just a ride. It's fun to play, really fun to play. I mean, from the get-go, it's just upbeat, up-tempo, and it never really lets off the gas. And it's just really fun to play.
It's busy. There's a lot going on. It's fun to play. It's hard to play. It's challenging for me, but I get a kick out of that.
I enjoy the expression behind the song. It's very therapeutic to just kind of scream and get it all out. With a topic like Undone, you're falling apart, and sometimes it's best to just let that primal shit out. And it really translates well into a crowd. I can see people just wanting to fucking explode and get it all out. I think my favorite thing about Undone is that, for me personally, it became this expression of getting all of my anxieties and fears out, just kind of shaking the rust off. And performing it live is a real cool way to be able to just be upfront about who I am as a person, and also just have the energy behind it.
The lead in the chorus does this ballet thing with his fingers, the way he loops them over top of it, and then I have to run in. So that was pretty fucking cool.
The energy behind it, just how non-stop it is.
I think around the time that the song was being written, did I say that right? Being written? Mm-hmm. Okay. I said it weird.
You're not saying it weird, you're saying it fine.
Being.
If you want to, around the time the song was written, if that's how you want to say
being. Think about being.
At the time we wrote it, it was during COVID, so I mean, us, like everybody else, we were struggling to get through the pandemic, and I think the song's a product of just the kind of tight spot we were in. We kind of had a bad, rough patch there, and we were unsure of what the future was going to bring, just like everybody else in the world, and I think that song's a product of how we were all feeling at the time.
Coming undone, sometimes it can feel like everything we fight for is right on that moment of our breaking point, and sometimes it takes losing your shit just to get through, and that's what this song is, and we all feel a lot, and we keep on moving.
Like everyone else said, we were going through the pandemic, and the song is just a good sense of catharsis, is letting it out, and I think it was good for us. I talk to my hands a lot.
the band itself was kind of going through having to quarantine and not being able to play out. So we were really worried about what the future would look like at that point. But I think after we wrote the song, we just kind of got that reinvigoration to understand that like we were gonna be fine. We were gonna be fine regardless. And it's just okay to talk about it.
For me personally, it was the same thing that all the guys went through. Is like our lives kind of reset in a way, like took away the things that we had, like the jobs, the shows, the interaction with fans out in the world, the ability to go places. So that's in there. But now that it's out, it kind of takes on a new meaning. I mean, in the middle of this crazy life, trying to build something with your best friends is very emotionally taxing at times, because you want to potentially be doing better, or you want to see something that just isn't there yet, and you just get worked up about it, and it makes you just want to write a bitch ass rock song, I guess. So you'll just keep doing that.
Shout outs. I'm gonna say not fucking Dylan. Shit. Oh my god. Definitely shout out to Mr. Kevin Gates of Reach Audio and Troy Glesner for helping us record and produce this track. Like, it came out spectacular.
Kevin Gates and Troy Glesner and the guys in my band. I love this song.
Shout out to Kevin Gates with Reach Audio, Troy Glesner for mastering it, and it turned out amazing. Shout out to us and you, the fans.
Shout outs Kevin Gates, Troy Glesner, my parents.
Oh yeah, I mean, always got to shout out Kevin and Troy. We really appreciate all their hard work making us sound in recorded form the way that we feel we sound live, and forever giving us a bar to reach in that aspect as well.
You can check out Undone on Spotify, Apple Music, all your favorite streaming platforms, and also at www.internet.com.
eHarmony, Christian Mingle. You can listen to the song on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, YouTube Music, anywhere you can find songs. It's all there.
You can listen to the song on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Pandora, just pretty much anywhere you can stream digital music.
You can listen to it on Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, and just anywhere else that you stream music. You can probably listen to it on your phone, on the app that you're watching this video on right now. So if you're watching this on TikTok, use our sounds and spread them across the world. We want to share our message with people.
You can find it everywhere. Boom jam.
Boom. Thanks for watching.